cordially invite you to the MahaParamashivoham program. Well, pretty much any program, every program, everything, workshop, completion sessions, anything and everything that Swamiji does, that the Nityananda Sangha does, that Kailasa does, really, like, I don't even know how to describe it. The best way that I can put it is that it's a forging process. It's a forging process that really pulls out your highest potential that is uniquely yours, so that you can flower into the being that you are. And so I wanted to do a quick video to just share that invitation to live the lifestyle that I do of power manifestation, of imbibing, channeling that highest potential that you are, that you are, that you are, especially if you are suffering from depression and anxiety. All of those things are indications that you are ready to live your truth. And Paramashiva is in the body and here to hold your hand, literally hold your hand through the entire forging process, that morphing mutation process, to really pull out your highest potential. And so I'm cordially inviting you to at least come check it out. Come check out MahaParamashivoham, especially, which is free program now. It's beyond anything, especially the way that things are being shared now. Yeah. It's an organic, way for you, your unique flower, to just really unfold and expand, firmly rooted in knowing who you are. And no one can take that away from you, ever. That knowing, that empowered knowing. Yeah. I want to just cordially invite you. Yeah. That's what's coming out. That's what's gonna get published. And yeah, raw. One take raw. It's just, yeah, because right? When you know who you are, and you know, and you do that inner completion, that inner meticulous sorting, right? All the answers to your questions. Yeah, to your questions. And we're all unique. We don't have the same questions, right? Your authentic integrity and my authentic integrity is not the same. We are unique beings, and to the process that Hinduism offers, Paramashiva himself offers with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Sakshi Pramana, right? Scriptural references documenting the legit ancient science of meticulous inner sorting to being fully empowered to just know that you know that you know. Yeah, so please come check it out. Come check it out. Any one of our programs, we have daily satsang for free, which are discourses on higher truths, right? Anything and every question you have, whether it's spiritual or even secular, right? Even down to money and business. That's what Paramashiva is here to empower all of humanity, to raise everyone to the next level of consciousness, irregardless of who you call upon as God, because we are Advaitis, all inclusive, and we honor and respect each individual's unique choices and their sacred sentiments as to who they call upon as God. So please come check it out. Unlock your highest potential, get your initiations, unlock those different strands of DNA to power manifest, right? We are all power manifestors. Things you see on movies or read about in books, it doesn't matter if it's holy books or regular books who talk about, power manifestation. It's real, legit, 460 powers of Mahadeva, right? And there's only one person who is training and teaching openly to everyone, leveling the playing field, because you, me, we are all Paramashiva, all of us. Yep. So yeah, please come. Please come. Cordially inviting you. Just come. Just come. Come check it out. See what it's all about. And enjoy the training forging process that transforms your life from where it is now. There's a morphing process, a growing process. And Paramashiva literally holds your hand every day, right? With all these programs available and workshops, right? Available to sharpen your sword, or, that's basically what it is. Get that inner sorting every day. Sort it out, sort it out, sort it out, right? And it's way better than you sorting it out on your own, right? It's better to just jump in and sort it out with Paramashiva. He definitely takes care of everything. You drop it at his feet. He takes care of everything. For serious, everything. Everything. If you want something, all you gotta do is ask Paramashiva, right? You just pray and ask Paramashiva and boom. Blessed. For serious. Anything, everything. Aloha. Nityanandam. Blessings. Surya sunflower sundial ring. And it actually moves. Okay. Surya sunflower sundial ring. And it moves. Okay, so here we go. we're going to make this part first. We're going to make this part first. So what I have found is when I make this, I use this bottle here. My friend Uy blessed me with this coconut oil. It's the 4 ounce. Not sure exactly what the weight is, but this cover top is the best size for this. So ring, yeah, it's better if I do it this way, and that way I don't it's taking the cover off, messing with my flow. What I do is when I strip the Lauhala, I take the one strip, the full length of that leaf, to make the thickness. The thickness here. Then I take another leaf, I'm going in the same direction as it is. Make sure it's the top of the leaf, yeah. The bottom of the leaf has the lines there, and the top does not. So I will cover that part like that, and I will go until about there. Okay, so I will thread it through. I just do it like that. I make the tension of it as much as possible, and what I found is that just like the clock, 12 points is like the perfect number of perfect number sunshine. And I've also found that it takes roughly total of we're using total of 3 strips, long strips, but it takes 2 to finish out the points there. So this is usually what happens. So what I do to tighten it is I will pull and then tuck this back in. Otherwise, there's going to be like a raised portion instead of equally all the way around. Yeah, that's what usually ends up happening. So I will cut it a little shorter. Just so it'll fit back in. And then put that back on top. Like that. All right. Okay. So, get another one. So I will use the bottom of the leaf so that the color matches. Because we're at the bottom of the leaf. And so, because it's going to be much, so what I do is I slide it under. And then I will go around it, then through, and put it underneath that. You gotta hold it good, the back one, or else it's just gonna slide out. And so I will have it piggyback, but what I do is I cut it, because if I just do it this way, there's like a double. So I cut it at an angle where this side's longer, like that. And then bring it forward. And then continue on. So again, this portion takes total of 3 full-length strips. Push that aside, move it down. So there's 11 right now. Move everything over. And where the joining part, you have to be careful. Make sure you pinch it and then move it together. And here's the 12th point. There. So now got a total of 12 points. Then we're going to finish it out. So how I finish it out is with the back, I make sure I hold it. I will measure to about the 3 points there, to the 3 points, and I will cut it there at an angle. Right about there, I will cut it at an angle because we have to thread it through. So through this first one that is made, thread it through. So then I will pull it through the where's my stick? This crack right there. I will pull it through here. I just kind of squish it. And then I cut it a little longer because we're going to tuck it right back in. There. So we have the sundial right here. Now we're going to go to make the center portion. Of the ring. So we're going to be doing, we just finished the back part. Now we're going to make this part right here. Okay? The button. This part we need 4 pieces. Okay, so we need 4 pieces, and we make sure that the top of the leaf is facing up. And top of the leaf is facing up, so we make sure that it is in half. And we're going to bend all of them in half. So with the first one, we take the second one loop and we loop it on top and through like that. Then we take the third one. Third one, we will go like that. Make sure it's in half because we're doing everything in half. Okay, so we are, so this one is like this, right? The first one went this way, this one went this way. Now this one, we're going this way. Okay, so this we will turn around because when we move this over, it has to go sideways, not straight. If we use this side, the original side, when we put everything together, you can't do it this way. You end up going straight down. We do not want to do that. So we use the other side because we are in the process of making a total of 8 arms. An octopus with 8 arms. Tighten that. All right. Okay, so from here we take one, the first one, and then the second one is on top crossing, the third one is on top crossing. We have to keep track. Make sure you keep track. The fourth one is on top crossing. After the fourth one, we push this one down and then we pick up another one. We push this one down and we pick up another one. We push this one down and we pick up another one. Push this one down, pick up another one, push this one down. Now we have 3 left. This first one goes under and through the first loop. This one goes under 2 and through to the second loop. This one goes under. Oh, where's the first one? See, gotta keep track. Gotta make sure that they're all sticking out. Otherwise, that's what's gonna happen. Go through the first loop, the second loop, and the third loop. Gotta keep track. So then the parallel, they're all parallel. The 2 sides are parallel. So what I do is I like to have the top of the leaf facing up. So I will twist it up like that and bring it down to each one. That's just what I like to have more of a defined point. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we pick one, bring it forward, second one, stacking it on top. We have to keep track of the stacking. Then this one goes down, this one comes up, 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 this one goes down. Now we got to make sure that the loops are there, or else we're going to run into trouble again. So then this one goes through that first loop. This one goes on top of that first one through the first and the second loop. And this third one goes on top the both and through the third loop. So basically the things sticking out is in between each of the loops. So then I initially pull the parallel ones, the ones that are parallel, right? The ones that are parallel together. And then I will do this way. I like to have the right side facing up so that the point is more defined. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is tuck it in and I cut so that it has a clean finish. So I will tuck it in. this. I'll tuck it in so that it's nicely tucked. Cutting it at an angle. Tucking it in so that it's flush. So I'm in the process of figuring out how to start a fair trade for master artisans for roots culture. For any artisan, there's too much cultural appropriation and capitalization for culture, which is pretty much like prostitution, right? And that's not good. So in the process of figuring that out, as well as clean up the inventory, or not the inventory, the infrastructure for the Lauhala, because Hawaii was known for master weavers of Lauhala. We'll be doing cleanup effort to restore or revive, because it's always been there, the ancient Lauhala groves. The infrastructure, the ancient infrastructure is still there. Just need to revive the lifestyle, ancient lifestyle. Right? That's what needs to be done. Okay, so this part, or this side where I tucked the leaves in, is going to be the bottom. So the non-tucked side is going to be the top that will sit here. So now we're going to make the ring portion and then combine them or connect them. Okay, so what I do is I will take a smaller leaf, like a smaller leaf, and a full-size leaf. But how I measure is I just kind of measure. I use 2 of my fingers, which kind of becomes like the size for my middle finger. You need to leave some room for the binding part, which will make this ring size smaller. So I do it like that. Okay, so what we do with the longer leaf is we want to make it upside, with the bottom side facing up. We want to do the bottom side facing up, and I will go around so that it goes like that to start it. And what I do is I will bend it in half, making a triangle. You have to like thread it all the way through, and then make it as flush as possible. Bend it to make that other half of the triangle, and then I'll bring it downwards. Then I do it like that. Then I bring it downwards again. So that's basically what we're doing all the way around. Gotta try and keep track to keep this all flush. So if it's sticking out, just bring it back in by pulling it. Tuck it back in. Yep. So, look at that. So I have my Friday weavings at Mokuola weaving circle to come Vala'au cruise Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. or whenever. measure it so that it comes flush. Over. No, shoot. It's okay, it is what it is. I ended up pulling it a little bit too much. That's alright, we're just gonna keep moving forward. Alright, so we went all the way around with this pattern here. This last part, I am pulling it through like this. What I do is I take a clothespin and I pinch it together so it doesn't move. Like that. Okay, so then we are going to be attaching it, right? We're going to attach it. I will thread from the bottom of the sundial through this. So what it's going to end up being is like this. So what we're doing is we are taking the bottom where the strands are tucked, and we're going to be putting it through one of them. And it's easier for the threading if you have it at an angle. Sometimes when you pull everything a little bit too tight, it won't fit through. So for me, this is the thing that I use. I don't even know where I got this, but it helps create the space. That's why I like the rounded part. It'll create the space. It also has an extra flat part there, but I like to have the okay, so be sure to thread through the bottom facing up, the lines, right? The top does not have the lines, the bottom. Gonna thread it through. And bring it all the way down. Okay, so at this point I let go of I remove the clip, the clothespin, but we want to make sure it stays snug. We're going to do that. And then thread this part through to the other side, because this is the connecting part. Go like that. What I'll do is because it is kind of lopsided, because it's only on one half, what I do is I will try and even it out by going over on this side once, and then going over on the other side once, and then threading it through to bring down the other portion of that. Otherwise it is half, like half. I try my best. That's all that can be done. And then through the top, I will thread it through. Make it flush, move it over. So that way it does center out better, where it's not sliding to one side. Then I will thread it through again. Okay. Then we're going to just tuck it in. Gonna just tuck it in there. So I'm going to cut. So what I did was I tucked it in under there. It's evened out. This does move. Oh, this one I pinched it a little bit too snugly. It doesn't move, but the other ones, you can make it so that it moves. And there's a total of 12 points. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Surya sundial, sunflower sundial ring. Have fun. Blessings.
Hawaiians' philosophy of life is that at birth, each of us is given a bowl. And in this bowl, is what they call the true light. Remembering that the Hawaiian way of speaking is to do it in metaphors, and the bowl is a metaphor for your body. The light is you. The mountain that we are all climbing is life. Now, in this concept, what we are supposed to do on this earth in this life is nurture this light that is in the bowl. In nurturing the light, you cause your light to grow, and once you have gotten your light to grow to its fullest, you will have gained all knowledge. You will be able to fly with the birds, swim with the sharks. They also say that each and every one of us is climbing the same mountain. And as we each walk our path to get to the top of the mountain, whenever you develop negative thoughts or deeds such as anger, jealousy, or hatred, or fear, you're actually stopping on your trail. You're bending down, picking up a stone, and putting it in your bowl. If you do enough stops, you end up with a bowl full of stones. And you, like your bowl, you become a stone. You will not grow or gain any more knowledge. If at any time you wish to change, they tell you that it's really very simple. All you've got to do is turn that bowl upside down, allow the stones to fall. When you right side up the bowl, the light will be there. Begin to nurture the light. As you continue on your journey to reach the top of the mountain, what you will come to realize and understand is that you do not understand the person next to you. So whenever you sit down to discuss important subjects, opinions are going to be 180 degrees from each other. And what that means is you're right, person next to you is right, everyone is right. For opinions come from the path that we walk as we try to reach the top of the mountain. And once you've reached the top of the mountain, where you're able to walk the perimeter of the mountain, looking down on each and every trail that leads up to the top of the mountain, only then, and then alone, will you be able to understand the person next to you as well as the rest of the people.
Historiography in Hawaii. First of all, what's historiography? Very easy definition. Historiography is the process of the creation of history. It's not history, it's the process. So this is a history book. How did this person get this information? Who did they talk to? Who did they not talk to? Every history that's ever been written is exclusionary. Now that sounds awful, but it has to be. You cannot talk to everyone. If you're writing a book, a history of World War II, you're going to go talk to 20 million people? No. You're going to choose, right? And sometimes those choices are purposeful, sometimes they're just, you only have so much time. So in your history, did you talk mostly to older folks and not younger? Mostly men and not women? Mostly Native Americans and not these folks, or white folks and not these folks, and so forth? That all makes up your historiography. Okay? So historiography is that process. The process of the creation of history in Hawaii has been flawed for over 100 years. I call it the 6%. Approximately 95% of the published materials about Hawaii and Hawaiians comes from English language sources. 95%. That's a low estimate, I bet. If you go into the library and you pull up histories of Hawaii, and you have 100 books, at least 95 of those are going to be sourced only from English language sources. Now, does that mean it's all lies? No. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you've got one part of the story. Hawaiians wrote prolifically, yeah? 100,000 pages of Hawaiian language newspapers, tens of thousands of government documents in Hawaiian, correspondences, legal documents, everything. But we haven't read those. So we've gotten the story from the ship captains, the missionary sons, and so forth. Again, not that that's wrong, but it's a tiny view. It's as if we saw a murder and there were 10 witnesses, and we went and took one person and pulled him aside and took the story and then went and wrote the report. There's 9 other witnesses, right? Hawaiians witnessed and took part in Hawaiian history, and they wrote about it. But we haven't listened to them yet until recently. So that's been one of our big problems. The 6% comes from Helen Chapin, who wrote quite a bit about Hawaiian newspapers and so forth, and she wrote that about 6% of the population was Haole, was English-speaking at the time, or only English-speaking at the time of the overthrow. So you're talking about 94% of the voice that's alive.
Feminine energy, sacred feminine need to be awakened. You already have too much masculine. The whole world is suffering with too much masculine energy. If at all politics can be handed over to women, so much good will have happened to the human society, human civilization. Unfortunately, see, if it was handed over to women, it would have been completely family-based civilization. So naturally, everybody would have had their basic needs. All the basic needs would have been supplied to the whole world.